If we go around in this world just waiting to be wowed, we're missing. Because what that means is, God, dance for me. Jesus, show your stuff. But yet, the stuff that He showed us, we should seek. We should seek that. We should go to Him going, God, I know what You did for me on the cross, God. You didn't have to do that. God, this morning I woke up and my children were laying and wrapped up in covers, and those girls' hairs was going just absolutely nuts, and they looked so beautiful. God, this morning I was a little cool. So I went over there and I flicked the switch, and I got warm. How many people don't get to do that? But yet, we think it's because I deserve that. Man. This world, guys, this world of plenty has sold us a deed that's taken thank you completely away. He's given me so much that I can't even. If I started today, I couldn't get done with saying thank you. But yet I find something else to do today because the world tells me I have to. Whew. Check this out. I want to look down right quick at Jesus in 32. Jesus said to them, I tell you the truth. It's not Moses who has given you bread of heaven, because Moses was there and he called God. He said, God, hey, man, we need some food. So God dropped manna right there on them, man. Just boom. Now, they weren't real happy with it, but hey, we understand it was what got us through, okay? All right, so let's look at this. It says, but it is my Father who gives you the true bread of heaven. It says, for the bread of God is He who comes down from heaven and gives life to the world. It says, sir, these guys are sitting back going, whoa, 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 time out. So you're saying that from now on, you're going to give us the bread? Jesus, you're going to come out and hand us some bread? See, they were still caught up in physical things. They were caught up in real things, crumbs. And guys, we get caught up in crumbs all the time. So God, man, I really need this bill paid. God, I really need this bill. And all of a sudden we're able to pay that bill. Man, God, thanks. That's great, because you see a line of we're able to do that. Right? You with me? Are you following me this morning? We got to have something to say, God, you did this right here. That's really good. But nobody this morning woke up and said, God, the very breath that I'm sucking in right now, even though it's got snots wrapped around it, even though it's still a breath that comes in here and allows me to live today with my family, with you guys. We forget to say thank you for it. But I want to tell you something. Let me tell you where thank you comes in right there. Is when you go to the doctor and you go through a test and they say, look, man, you got something and you're going to die. Every breath after those words has a thank you behind it. It has meaning to it. This week Amy and I had some friends that we grew up with, or I say grew up with, I played softball with, and God just does a wink all the time and does something. And we got to meet her and see her again. What was it, 10 years, 11 years from the time we played ball with them. And she sings in the choir at First Baptist Huntington. And they partnered with First Baptist Humboldt, where my mom and dad go. And so, because I want to stay in the wheel, me and Amy go over there and we go to see Dad sing and stuff with the choirs. So anyway, we're over there and Jubilee and all this stuff, and which is great, awesome. I'm not making fun. Yeah, I am. But anyway, we're there and doing our thing and trying, choking Brendan, keeping her still and all this stuff. And we get done, and this massive choir's up there because Huntington First Baptist is there and Humboldt's there. And I don't know nobody from Huntington, really. There's short people live there. But anyway, anybody from Huntington, young one won't shoot me. But anyway, after the service, I'm from Humboldt, so all these people from Humboldt saying, hey, and how's things going and stuff. This lady's standing there, and she's got white hair. I mean, gray white hair. And I'm like, I don't know who she is, but anyway, she's standing here to talk to us. And she introduced herself. She says, you're not going to know who I am. She says, I'm Lori Pearson. Who's that? I don't get that. Lori and Johnny Ray. I'm like, no, you're not. She goes, yeah, it's me. She said, I've been battling breast cancer. And the chemotherapy and stuff, and whatever type it was that she had, but it was really stout. And she had battled all this stuff. She had the longest brown, tight, curled hair that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I told Amy all the time, man, look at her hair. That's cool, isn't it? How's it do that, you know? And this lady is sitting there and got it all, you know, it's real short, and it's great. I mean, gray white. I mean, not a brown hair in there. And it was from all that. All the chemotherapy and stuff she'd gone through. But hey, you know, I'm where I need to be. Everything's great and stuff, and I'm just blown away. And then when I told her I was a preacher, it almost turned brown again. You know, because like I said, it was about 12 years before, you know, anyway. And God just, we met that, and Amy and I left from there going, wow, that's pretty cool that we met them today. This week she lost her battle. And she went home. And the cool thing about it, there are 39,000 people that have visited her website as she has shared the gospel in every moment through this and how she glorified her God. But yet, we feel sad because she's gone home. Because the world tells us that's what we should feel. Guys, everybody look at me this morning. It is not about this world. It's not about it. Andy, that's so hard to grasp. I'm telling you, you better grasp it. It's not about this world. He gives us eternal life for a reason. And man, I want to tell you something. Monday, Lori Pearson hit the gates of heaven, and God looked at her and said, man, child, I'm glad you're home. And that's a cool thing. What a rejoice. But the world still tells us that there's sorrow, there's heartache, and there is, because we fall in love with people. We come to know people as who they are. And we do get sad, and God understands that. But in that, there's also people that see Him for who He really is. Let's look on and see, because, man, Jesus is trying His best to tell these folks, look, I'm the man. I am the bread that you're looking for. You're running around looking for all this fine biscuits and loaves and sourdough breads. I am the bread that will cure your hunger. Will cure this desire that you're going, man, I've got to have something to eat. I've got to have something. And guess what? Look at me, y'all. Hang on tight. There's people that walk through the doors of this church today that you come in and go, man, Andy, there's such a void in my life. Man, Andy, there's such a void in my stomach. And you're looking for bread. You're looking for manna, whatever you can get your hands on. But here's what I'm telling you. What you're truly looking for is Him. And He'll cure the hunger. He'll cure that void in your life, that thing that you just can't understand and explain. But you have to surrender. You have to give Him your life. Check this out right here. It says right here, Jesus, in verse 35, it said, Jesus declared, He said, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me will never go hungry, and he who believes in me will never be thirsty. But as I told you, you have seen me, and still you don't believe. Guys, you've seen stuff that's gone on in this place that you know without a doubt that it's an act of God. Because I stand amazed. I stand amazed at seeing a lady come to this altar right here, knowing what she has gone through in her life, and she surrendered her life to Christ and thank Him for being sexually abused, thank Him for being beaten, because now she's able to help somebody else by the glory of God, because she was healed from it. It is by Him. It is by Him that we understand why we went through this. It's by Him that we understand, God, hey, I'm struggling right now, God. I just things are not really going great. But God, I know you're going to do something amazing in it. And when you do something amazing, God, I don't get to go around telling everybody, look what God did in this. Look how He brought me through this. Don't sit there with your thumb in your mouth, curled up like a fetus and saying, why? Because He's fixing to do something amazing if you'll give Him time and allow Him to. But we get so caught up going, this ain't working. I got to run out here and do something. Don't run out. Run to Him. Run to Him. And let Him give you peace. Let Him feed you. Let Him give you direction.